Hey everybody, what's going on? This is your host, Bitcoin Stylist, and today I'm going to go over your weekly news and updates. It's like I wanted to say not a lot has happened this week, but then that'd be crazy because we had the Bitcoin price drop down below 26,000, and I've been watching a lot of analysts and chartists talk about how the $25,000 mark is a psychological level, and if it drops below that, then it could continue further. I don't know. I'm not a professional or expert, so this is not financial advice, but that's what I'm hearing. What I did, I bought more because it went down. So let's kind of talk about what happened with that. And there's some other news and updates as well. There's something interesting coming out of Coinbase. And I told you last week I would talk to you about what Base is. All right, so let's jump right in and not waste any of your time. So let's see here. All right. Okay, so what we have here is an article on Kitco, and it's by Ernest Hoffman. It's titled "Bitcoin Price Plummets Below $26,000 Amid SpaceX Selling Rumors, Evergrande Bankruptcy, Macro and Market Concerns." So something that is very, very, very consistent in all the news is that China is literally a powder keg waiting to blow. Like, no one thinks that China is in a good economic position. They think that China might grow at 4%, maybe twice the rate as we do, but that's about it. That's the only positive thing I'm seeing that coming out of China. That's why I'm wondering, like, why all these people think that all this like de-dollarization stuff has any legs to it. I think honestly that the de-dollarization stuff, people moving away from the dollar, I think that there's some credibility there over time. But in the near future, I'm not sure China is a very reliable economy. And you saw that they also sent out their financial figures, and they decided not to include youth unemployment because it's so high. China cannot be trusted. So how can anybody really rely on China to be a global currency? And the BRICS are meeting this week. They're meeting right now. So we'll see what comes of that, but I'm going to guess probably nothing in the near term. However, I would be more concerned with deflation and, between China and Japan, there is good reason to believe, if they're not already, they'll start selling US dollars. So that could hurt the dollar. Now, that said, the yuan has just plummeted to a much lower price against the dollar. All right, so that's that de-dollarization news. I just wanted to kind of cover a few points here, but let's go over to what happened with Bitcoin. Okay, so according to this article, there's a lot of speculation going on social media and in the news. Wall Street Journal dropped a article that was published on Thursday about Elon Musk's SpaceX. And it says the documents show SpaceX wrote down the value of Bitcoin it owns by $373 million last year and in 2021, and has sold the cryptocurrency. Tesla has taken a similar approach with its Bitcoin holdings, and Musk has posted about cryptocurrencies frequently over the years. So basically, they're saying that most likely the news that Elon Musk with SpaceX and Tesla, that they've sold their Bitcoin, that news, I'm not sure that we actually got a confirmation on any of this. Yes, there's a write down. Yes, there might have been a selling. And people are wondering, is this a confidence by the world's richest man and a big time tech company? All right. So the other thing is Evergrande. Evergrande is the largest real estate development company in China. And I reported about this last year. And there's a big concern that Evergrande and other indebted and strained property development companies in China were using the Tether's USDT. And there's a big speculation that the USDT is actually a lot of their backings is Chinese commercial paper. If it is, that means they've probably lied to us because they've been adjusting their assets, and they've been getting these attestations from accounting firms. So you never know. That's why I don't think we should be using USDT. They don't want to be clear with us at all. Anyway, that's my own opinion. Anyway, so we got SpaceX and Elon Musk. They dump Bitcoin. Evergrande in China. Issues and concerns is a big concern because China has been moving the needle along with East Asia in the crypto markets. And if their economy is starting to teeter, then people will have less money to buy digital assets, and that will keep the entire market down. I thought this was a really interesting piece here. Marcus Levin, co-founder of XO Network, told Kitco News that he doesn't see a floor for Bitcoin in the near term. I suspect that Bitcoin could fall further because the economic situation globally is just so precarious. China appears to be in a deep recession, and interest rates in the United States are still relatively high. Levin expects the current Bitcoin sell-off will continue because retail investors lack the ammo to step in. I don't think that retail has all that much discretionary income to invest in digital assets at the moment. That's kind of what I just said about China. Now, it's not just China. It is looking like the whole world. People are struggling around the whole world. Inflation has hit everyone, and shifting in rates has made money harder to come by, more expensive. And that means that trading or leverage or expanding a business, all these things are taking a toll on people's appetite for risk. So why would anybody put money into the riskiest asset class, cryptocurrency? The bright spot is that stop sharing my screen for a second. So the bright spot is that the long-term holders of Bitcoin are at an all-time high. There are significantly more long-time holders than short-term holders, meaning that people have held their Bitcoin for a year or more. They continue to accumulate, and the short-term holders are traders or trading. So what that means is, and there's also continuously falling number of cryptocurrency on exchanges. So what that means is that the market is super shallow. That means that when big moves are made by purchasing or shorting or whatever, then that's going to have an outsized impact because less people have their money in places where they can trade it. So that is also something to consider. So while some of this news about risk is very important to consider, I personally am paying attention to what gives things value, and that's confidence. So as long as as long as Bitcoin long-term holders continue to buy, I think that is good. However, I do agree with this Marcus Levin, the co-founder of XYO Network, saying that who knows how far this thing could go down. I'm going to put in my own personal price prediction of 20,000 plus or minus 2,500. So that's 17,500 to 22,500. Now, I hope that doesn't break lower than that. If it does go down lower below 20, as it goes down, if it drops down below 25,000 or 24,000, I'm definitely going to buy some more. And then I'll be buying more and more and more if the closer it gets to 20,000. And now I am like one of these people that this article talks about, saying that I don't have a lot of discretionary income to put in to the market. We got all kinds of student loans coming back on, and the money's getting tighter and tighter because of the economy. So, but that doesn't mean that I don't have dry powder sitting on the side and I'm ready to fire. That money is completely tied up in the crypto market, but I can use it for crypto trading. But other than that, I don't really have any money. So I do agree with all this. Now, just real quick, I thought this was a really interesting piece of news. This is an article on CNBC by Ryan Brown titled Coinbase Takes Stake in Stablecoin Firm Circle, Shuts Down Joint Venture as It Sees Regulatory Clarity. So this is just saying that Coinbase and Circle, they created the Center Consortium, which was a private governance organization for USDC. Their whole idea was they'll team together to help lobby for regulation and do share information and anyway, so it says that they're going to close it down because they starting to see regulatory clarity on stablecoins. So that's a super positive news. And it says that Coinbase, it says Circle launched its own dollar and where is it? Right here we go. Circle said that as well as bringing in Coinbase as an investor and shutting down the Center Consortium, the company plans to launch USDC on 6 new blockchains. That is bullish because when a stable coin goes onto a blockchain, people can actually use it. They can kind of get in and out of the trades. It puts more money onto the network. And so that's a really good thing. But they said, and it's going to be between September and October. So in the next couple months, we should see some action. So if we could get a handle on what what networks they're going to be putting their USDC onto, that would be a good buy. Not financial advice, but just a speculative thought. All right. And last but not least, I told you I would look into Coinbase's base network. This is, just the Coinbase help page saying what is Base. It's a layer 2 chain that offers, basically it's a blockchain that doesn't have a token, but it leverages the EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine, which is helps you develop smart contracts. So you can develop an application by using the EVM machine, and it's all built on as layer 2, utilizing the optimism rollups, which just means that all the transactions happen off of Ethereum and they get recorded onto Ethereum at a later time. This enables networks to operate at a larger scale, and it helps reduce gas fees. Gas fees on Base are paid with Ethereum, and Coinbase has already earned over $500,000 in transaction fees. So this is a good thing for Coinbase, and this is also great because it is potentially creating an on-ramp for people who are not necessarily in crypto. It enables people who have a Coinbase account to get into Web3 utilizing more decentralized applications. And it also potentially sets up a precedent for other companies to build private blockchains that connect to public blockchains, which is great for onboarding people. All right, that's the news. That's the updates. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. If there's anything you'd like me to talk about, let me know, and I'll see you next week.